Mndawu. I'm back. Well, I'm still in Sika anyway. But anyway, I've arrived safely and I had a good time in Zimbabwe. But today we're going to talk about how do we activate Mandawe spirits and how do you know they are activated and they're up and working. I'm not sure because I'm outside if it's you can hear me properly there. If you're there. And Khanyang. So I'll just start with how the Mandawe spirits answered me with regard to how do we know they're activated, right? How do we know the Mandawe spirits are up and running? They are there with you, up and running, as in working. Okay? So, to know that the Mandawe spirits, they are activated. Okay, let's see what you guys are saying there first. And let me just and just hanya a little bit. It's been a long time since I've been on this live session. So, Mndawu, Cecilia, Mndawu. Yeah, so Mandawe spirits are saying, okay, remember that when I'm explaining these things, I explain things the way that my Mandawe spirits explain things to me and how I'm supposed to work with people who comes to me. Remember that on this journey we're going through it in different ways. So our people, they explain things differently for everyone. Remember that. Do not ever forget that. If your ancestors, spirits and guides, or your Mandawe spirits are explaining things to you different from the way mine are explaining them to you, remember that it is meant to be explained like that for you. Remember that bit, because we go through this journey differently. Remember that bit. So, and Mndawu Elizabeth, Mndawu Olivia, Lisedi, and Mndawu Gwendoline. Yes, so let me just, because they were talking to me in Sotho today. So let me try and explain Sotho to English, because someone answered this question today, so I thought I might as well just answer it directly from them instead of answering it the way I know how, right? For us to know that Mandawe spirits, they are up and running, right? Bagapi, they've bept, they're activated. Activation for me, it means they've bept. So, okay, sometimes you'll see that you have bept through the dreams. Like you have those dreams where you see yourself like you've vomited a lot, or you've gone through like that gapping process. Like you see yourself, sometimes like for me, I was going through the gapping process in the dream. Then I was activated by the Mandawe spirits directly there. So sometimes you see yourself when you go into the river, when they're cleansing you, when they put you in the water, like you're going through the cleansing process, and then you get activated within the water, right? Sometimes that will happen. Sometimes you get activated if you're self-initiating. You see like it will happen physically, like you go through the beps, like a physical beps, like bleh, bleh, bleh. Like sometimes it can be so uncomfortable, like you'll be moving around like like doing those kind of like this is according to when I'm activating someone, right? Like there'll be a lot of beps trying to come out together at the same time. Like it will be you'll be like you have too much indigestion, right? Then it will be like painful there, like you're trying to like to bring out something, right? But there's nothing coming out. It's like they're about to open you up, so they have to get you through that bit, to quieten your mind through the beps, because when you're bepping now, you concentrate on the bepping. Like some people, like you'll be rolling on the floor, some you'll be on your knees, right? When they're activating you at that particular time. Some people, they get activated through the drums. They'll be playing the drums, right? Because remember, this drums is to quieten your mind so that you don't think too much. When they're going, the speed going up, then you feel it. You feel the build up of the, well, most of the people, they go through the beps, right? The build up, there's something like there needs to come out. Then bep, then whip, like you go on a trance. Then you start hearing the Mandawe spirits. You start hearing them. So hearing can be in different ways. Hearing can be inner voice with the Mandawe spirits, but they like to be heard. Anyway, we'll get to that. So sometimes when you're opening, when you're activating, when you're being activated, there are too many different ways that you go through the activation process, right? Okay. So to know that you're activated, right? To know that you're activated, because some activation, right, they can happen like you're giving birth. Yes, you're giving birth. Instead of the births, you'll be like in the dreams. In the dreams, you'll be like you're giving birth to, giving birth, like as in giving birth, when they're coming out through that beat. Like some people now I've heard, they come through the other beat, right? Like you'll have that kind of thing, like something is going through, you're bringing something out through the other beat, guys. Remember, we've got too many ways. There are too many ways of bringing something out, right? It depends how they catch you and what comes out of you, right? Remember that bit. Remember, they are water spirits. They come in different forms. So they'll use different ways of how things come out naturally. So sometimes you see the birth of animals, sometimes the birth of human beings, sometimes like it depends. So remember that it is a process whereby something is forcefully coming out of you. There's something coming out of you forcefully, something that is it's not the usual, right? Something that you'll be aware of, that something is happening. And when these things are happening a lot like that, when they're making it like that, they're trying to make you aware that there's a new thing happening to you. Anyway, let me just read from what they're saying, because now I'm putting my own things. Okay? Okay. So you are supposed, if you are activated, you're supposed to hear them. You're supposed to hear them. Even in dreams, you're supposed to hear them. You know, like those dreams where because sometimes, because the Mandawe spirit, sometimes the way they come to you, you are supposed to hear them when they're talking to you. Guys, can you hear me properly here? Okay, I'll get there. Okay, you can probably hear me. You're supposed to hear them in dreams. Once they're activated, you're supposed to hear them. I'm not talking about seeing the water or seeing their emblem. You're supposed to, I'm talking about the Njeti and the Njeti emblem, right? You know the emblem? These flowers. You're supposed to hear them. Hear them. Remember that you're supposed to hear the Mandawe spirits directly themselves. You're supposed to hear them. If they're activated, you're supposed to hear them. Either in dreams. In dreams, you know, like those dreams where you're dreaming and then they take you through a trance through the dream. You're dreaming, then you go through the trance, because some people are unable to go through the trance physically like this, like me, like this, or like call the Mandawe spirits and hear them like this. I can hear them like this myself. Some people, the only way they can hear them, because they've got too much charters, right? So they'll hear them through the dreams. They'll be in the dream state sleeping, then whoop, they take you on a trance, then you hear them. You'll talk to them there in the dream state. You'll be consciously aware that it's happening. You're talking to people. You'll hear them. I'm talking about spirits. Anyway, that is the first one, the dreams. The second one, they'll be talking to you. They'll be talking to you as in inner voice, or they'll be talking to you as in talking to you like the way I'm talking, like this. Like this. They'll be talking to you where you hear them, the auditory. You hear them properly, that you're talking to either a female, you're talking to either a male, right? You hear them like that. That is the Mandawe spirits. When they're activated, you can hear them like that. They can't be activated and you'll be seeing them in dreams only, like just seeing them. You're supposed to be talking to them to know that they're activated. Be talking to them, as in talking to them, right? I'll get to that. Okay. For us, when we're activated, okay, we come to tell you, sometimes we come through, like we come and tell you that we're going to be working with you like this. Because remember, when they're not coming to you just for fun. They're coming to you to give you gifts, to show you how they can help you and you can help work with them. Because remember, we're helping each other. They're giving you gifts and you're helping them bring out whatever it is that they want you to use the gifts for. Remember that. So, okay, that is the gift. Okay, and how we're going to be working with each other. Activation, it means that you're ready to work with us. It is not possible to be activated and then not be able to hear us. Okay, remember that I'm talking about how my Mandawe spirits talk to me about me and my work. It is impossible, that's what they're saying to me. It is impossible for them to be activated, to say the Mandawe spirits are activated, and you cannot talk to them, directly talk to them. I'm not talking about talking to Mandawe spirits through your ancestors. Talk to the Mandawe spirits directly to them. Do you understand? I'll get to that. Okay. And say you're activated and you don't know what kind of gifts they're bringing to you. Like I'm saying, my Mandawe spirits are activated and you don't know what the gifts are. What are they going to be talking to you about? So you should be able to know what your gifts are, what their gifts to you are, and you know that they're activated. They tell you what the gifts are, then they'll activate, they'll fix you first. They say they'll fix you first. First, they'll come to you, they'll show you through the emblem and stuff like that. The waters, different kind of waters, the animals, depending on how they get to you. People sometimes, that's when they're introducing themselves to you, like they're making you aware that they're there. So once you become aware of that they're there, they start fixing you spiritually. Like you'll see in dreams, they'll be fixing you, like training you, right? They'll be training you. Then they'll bring that thing. You gapa, like for me, you bap, like you give birth, or you go through that one where someone, like some people, they'll have to be activated in the water, right? Some of us, we don't do it like that. Spiritually, they will take you into the water, but then you get to bathe afterwards, or you'll get to give birth, or you have to, something bigger will have to do. It depends how they are coming out to you. They're making that big appearance to you. Remember that the appearance is different for everyone. They'll make that big appearance to you. Then you know that after that they're activated, means that you can directly approach them. You can directly approach the Mandawe spirits directly, without go through like the ancestors. You're talking to your ancestors directly. Like you can just do Mndawu, 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 like this. And the Mandawe spirits will be the ones coming to you where you hear them. You hear them directly. Or if they are not talking to you like this, they're talking to you in dreams, you do Mndawu before you go to bed, they will directly come to you. Remember that they are different from your ancestors. They come differently. They are water spirits, remember that. Ancestors or Mandawe spirits. When they are activated, it means you can approach them directly. Anyway, that was just that. Okay, so how are you guys doing there? Mndawu, Nyasha, greetings, Gogo. How are you? Are you enjoying Zimbabwe? Oh, Nyasha, I came back from Zimbabwe on Saturday. I'm currently in South Africa. I'm in Joburg at the moment. Msizi, Togoza, Mndawu, Lindiwe, Mndawu, Vivafin. Will this be saved? Yes, Vivafin, Mndawu, this will be saved. Zwelo Victoria, Mndawu. And good to see you, Zwelo. Puti, Mndawu. So yes, that is just that. Mndawu, Nkosi nathi. Oh, Nkosi Kona. Sorry for pronouncing your name wrong. So yes, that was just that. So I just wanted to tell you about that because someone was asking me about that activation bit. And let's see what he says afterwards, because I don't want to mix the Mandawe spirits, and I'll answer that bit. Anyway, so let me tell you how it went for me in Zimbabwe. So it went really well. So should I say this here or should I do? Let me just do this on its own because I don't want to mix the Mandawe spirits with anything. So remember with Mandawe spirits, guys, they like their things to be straightforward. They like their things to be direct. When they are activated, meaning that you've opened them up, you should be able to hear them, talk to them, as in, even if you're not hearing, like for some people, like I said, they've got problems, you're supposed to approach them, as in you talk to them, like you partner before you go to bed, then they will talk to you in the dream state. If they're activated, they will meet you in the dream state, meaning that they will have to find you while you're in that peaceful sleep to take you in a trance through where you hear them. I'm talking about hearing them, guys. I'm not talking about just dreaming. You were dreaming, you're talking to crocodiles, or you're dreaming, you're talking to snakes, or you're dreaming, you were in the water and talking to other things. No, I mean that in the dream state, you will be talking to Mandawe water spirits, talking to them as in talking, like the way we are talking to each other like this, but they'll catch you in the dream. You will be in the dream. They'll wake you up and take you on a trance because you'll be quiet and there. Your mind will not be bubbling like with too much chatterworks. You'll be in peaceful sleep. Then they wake you up to take you in a trance. That is how they get to us in the dream state. Anyway, and normally we'll talk like this with them, like you hear them. That is the Mandawe spirits. So that is all I wanted to talk to you about today. And yes, I'll do the other things so I can explain to you about the. I'll explain to you about Zimbabwe, right? It was so beautiful. So that is just that. So okay, that is that. So Mndawu, let me just turn this off, guys, because I don't want to mix Mandawe spirits things with other people. So I can do the truth of Goma and talk to you openly about Zimbabwe, right? So if you're still here, catch me on the next live. I'm just closing this one and going to the next live to talk about Zimbabwe, right? Because I have time. Okay, I'll catch you there. Oh. Mndawu. Let's go to the next one.